All right, YouTube, welcome back. So since I'm on the Starbucks thing and how expensive going to fast food places are, and I try and put that in perspective to the services that I offer. And here we go. So we're gonna talk about a customer who's driving to Starbucks or Wawa or Dunkin' Donuts or any of that scenarios. It's all gonna fit relative to what I'm saying. So they're all excited, they're happy, they're getting their caffeine fiend on, and they're gonna get their sugar high, and I'm gonna go to we're just gonna say Starbucks, and I'm gonna get all my treats and all this stuff, and they're all like, yay, I'm so excited, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the excitement. And they have to buy four coffees or four things to drink, right? And then they have to get 4 sandwiches or 4 whatever they sell. So we're just gonna go to Uber Eats online delivery service, and it says iced pumpkin cream chai whatever, $7 for one. So we're gonna say 4. Everybody knows what 7 times 4 is, right? What is 7 times 4, Carl? Huh? $28. So we're just gonna round that to $30 for 4 iced and pumpkin drinks. $30. Now you need 4 sandwiches at almost $7 a piece too. So how much is 28 and 28? $64, right? $54? $56. All right, so we're just gonna round that off. I don't know what other fees are involved, tax and tip and all that stuff. So going to a Starbucks for a fast experience and something to eat is a positive experience, and everyone is all happy and jittery and excited and smiling to spend under $70 for 4 drinks and 4 bacon egg bites or whatever. So we're just gonna call that $7. We're just gonna call that $7. $7 times 4, $7 times 4. And if they don't buy anything else, and they're ordering from Starbucks or whatever the case may be, right? And so the Starbucks driver or the Starbucks employee hands the customer all their stuff, and the customer's all jittery and happy and smiling, and they want to give you a hug and say, thank you very much for giving me all my favorite frou-frou shit. So what I was doing is a skit about people going to their places and spending crazy money on iced lattes and iced coffees and egg bites. So I'm just doing this as an example. So you're going to there, you're going to buy 4 of these things because someone wants 4 of their pumpkin spice whatever shits. That's $7.95 a piece, or $6.95. So we're gonna call it 7 times 4, right? It's $28. Then you're gonna say, hey, we're gonna get bacon guru egg bites for another $7 each.
It's 26-ish.
Just round it off. Yeah. Same price. For simple math, 28 and 28.
Okay, so it's $56.
$56. No tax, no tip, right?
Yep.
So
if I have to stand in order, I'm not tipping.
So anyway, either way you look at the scenario, right? They're all happy and smiling, and they can't wait to get there, and oh, this is such a great experience. I just spent $70 for nothing that took 2 seconds for them to hand it to me, right? Either way.
But I mean, think of just tipping culture in general is ridiculous. You go order a coffee, standing in line, and then they flip the screen, and it's an iPad that says, would you like to leave a tip? It's like, I'm standing here, you're doing your job.
Oh, yeah. So we didn't even get to the tip part, right? So you're $56, no tip, no tax. So what are you leaving there actually? $70-something if you're a decent tipper?
60, yeah. If you like to tip well, then $60, $70.
$60, $70 for 4 drinks and 4 little things to eat, right? Not even 4 any giant sized drinks.
That's over $15 a person.
And then whatever Uber, this is Uber Eats delivery, so if you tip that driver or you don't tip that driver, I don't know how all that works because I already know it's ridiculous. But everybody's so happy.
Well, on Uber Eats, they do raise prices.
I get it. So they're happy. They're smiling. All right, now we're going to reverse roles. Hey, I saw your advertisement for an oil change for my 2020 BMW, and it says you'll do it for $39.95. Notice there's no smile in the attitude, right? Sorry, sir, that oil change isn't for your vehicle, but the coupon doesn't say that. Yes, sir, you're driving a 2020 BMW, requires 9 quarts of 040 oil, has to be full synthetic, special procedures to remove the cartridge filter, on and on and on. So we're justifying ourselves on why we can't do that for the thing. Well,
what do you? Cost is more than
what do you mean? But the coupon says I can come here and get an oil change, and blah 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 blah. Notice the customer's still not smiling and being reciprocative that you're driving a vehicle that doesn't apply to that coupon. So then he's bitching and complaining and wants to talk to the manager and wants to call corporate and on and on and on. So and then we're like, hey, sorry, man. It's like, this is your car. This is what it costs. Do you want an oil change or not? This is what it costs. It's probably the less, if not the same at BMW. What do you want to do? 0 smiles. Well, you know what they get? Yeah, that's a ripoff, and they walk away.
Yep.
We'll do another example for an oil change. Let's just use this car over here. We'll do another customer come in, still not smiling. Hey, I'd like to get an oil change. And you're like, we're booked up and we're pretty busy. If you leave it, we'll get to it today. Customer's still not smiling. He's not happy. He's here. He's buying an oil change. Oh, yeah, I saw on advertisement online I can get a full synthetic oil change for $50. And then Caleb says, let me see what type of vehicle you have, sir. He looks it up. Requires 6 quarts of full synthetic. The coupon's only up to 5. Doesn't include a cartridge filter. Blah, 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 blah. Shop fees plus tax. Your oil change is
$75, $80.
$75, $80. The customer's still pissed and not happy. He's very disappointed. Do you see what the relationship I'm trying to make?
Yeah.
You're getting, and what are you getting for an oil change versus going to a fast food place? You're getting someone at the counter greeting you, right?
Yep.
Trying to help you, logging you into the computer, generating a point of sale system, getting a technician assigned to your car, going out evaluating the car, taking VIN numbers, body damage, listening for other problems, engine lights on, oil lights on, 0 oil pressure, seatbelts falling off, all this other shit, right?
And then most of the time we're also doing a general
You're doing a visual inspection, right?
General
Now the
inspection
customer's
of the
still
car.
sitting up front and he's not happy that he's paying $70 for a full synthetic oil change. And this is a relationship of what you have to do to give that customer service for $70. Get the car in the shop, look it over, and make sure that you can do the service without his car blowing up after he leaves here because there's underlying issues or there's issues that he may not be aware of or they are aware of. Put the car on the lift doesn't go up for free. The electric and the maintenance for the building and insurance and Caleb's pay. Put the car up in the air. He's not a regular customer. Underbody shields are falling off. Oil leaking out of everywhere. You get ready to do the job. The drain plug's just spinning, doesn't come out of the oil pan, right? Now you got to go up and tell the customer, hey, you might need an oil pan or whatever the place may be. He's getting more pissed off, right? Because you're telling him it's going to cost more money.
Now he's saying you're trying to upsell me. It doesn't actually.
Whatever the
need
case
that.
may be,
Yeah.
right? He's still not happy. He's getting even more unhappy. You finally get the drain plug out, tell him it's a $10 charge for a new drain plug and gasket. He doesn't need an oil pan at this time. He's still not happy. You go about your rest of your inspection. It needs tons of work or it doesn't need any work. He's still not happy. And you delivered what you were supposed to deliver the whole entire time, and the customer's not happy. But when they go someplace else to spend the same amount of money for us doing 10 times more of the work and service, they're unhappy. Make any sense? And we're putting more products on their car that cost more than the liquid water that you're getting in your Starbucks drinks and coffees, and for the teeny tiny bit of food that you're getting.
It's the type of gratification.
Yeah, it's bullshit. That's what it is. So I just wanted to, I don't even know what the right words is. I am making a relationship kind of sort of that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
But they get a different type of gratification from Starbucks or whatever.
so should I
than
hand
they
them a
do.
cup of coffee before they walk in a Starbucks? And we'll start at $70 of me giving them $70, right, of products before I even get their car in the lift, and then perform $70 worth of the services, and then for a big goose egg? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
my point is, you should be just as happy as the guy servicing you for your oil change or tires or brakes that you are for the excitement that you go to Wawa or Wonderland or the dispensary or the liquor store or the strip club. You follow me? You should have that same enthusiasm, even though you're spending more money on that crap than you are technically sometimes fixing your car for the small things. Now we're going to exclude, I need an engine, I need a transmission, I need this other shit. But just the negativity that comes with our environment, and I'm not making this up, I'm sure a lot of people out there will agree with me. How many people were smiling at Jiffy Lube for a $150 oil change? They drive down the fucking road and their engine knocks and seizes up, and then Jiffy Lube tells them it's not their fault. It's happened this year, we documented it. Or there's oil in their driveway, or the shields fall off,
I saw,
but they're paying twice what it is here to get it done right the first time.
I saw something about that with the Jiffy Lube map.
I'm just trying to like be more enthusiastic when you come to get your car fixed, there's college-educated people here in those shops. They spent lots of time on their skills and abilities. What's that?
This is where they come out of. See the line of oil all the way back.
Oh, yeah. That's 100%. That's 100%. And you see the line of them coming in. Oh, wait, they backed that one out and parked it in a spot and then brought it back in. You can see that line. But yeah. Anyway, it's just people should be more enthusiastic and happy to come spend $50 or $60 at your auto repair shop than they are going to Wawa, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, Wonderland, a strip club, whatever the case may be. Even when I go into dealership and I buy parts from there, none of the service writers are happy. None of the customers have a smile on their face. And I was just there yesterday, 2 different dealerships. The only one that had a smile on her face was the smoking hot chick that works at Holman Ford, that she had a see-through dress on. And you know why she was happy? Because the customers she was dealing with were probably pumping her up. And she looked it and smelled it too. And I was like 20 feet away. She was the only one smiling. Not the managers, not the service writers, not the parts guys, not the intake people in the drive-through lane. Nobody was smiling. Over at Hyundai, nobody was smiling.
Working at a dealership for 8 months, it was just torture. Everybody's torturing each other.
Nobody smiling.
Nope.
Zero.
I didn't.
So
I wouldn't smile either.
And every dealership I go into, I don't see anyone smiling. And the people sitting there waiting, the people behind the counter, and the lady at the Nissan dealer who's the cashier, she puts on the fakest smile and presentation, but that's what she's getting paid to do. Same thing like Rachel. She has to fake it when someone's torturing her.
Yeah, at the dealership I worked at, it was always the service writers over-promising. Then the techs are mad that the service writers are over-promising, so we're rushing.
Oh, yeah, like, oh, hey, Caleb, it's a 4:30 oil change. I know we close at 5, and he wants a tire rotation. Then you got swollen lug nuts, wheels that won't come off, tires are bald, you still have to do your job, report the conditions, say you're not doing shitty work, and then they still make you do it.
The service writers are mad that mechanics aren't going fast enough. The mechanics are mad that the service writers are promising cars too fast.
Correct.
And then parts are just constantly messing up
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
So then the mechanics are mad at them, they're mad at, they blame it on delivery or whoever they call, and everybody's mad at each other constantly.
All right, so if anyone else can relate to what I'm saying, I would hope that it's not like that. And I do have customers who are happy to come here. Joe Rocks was here this morning, happy to get right in the shop with his engine light on. Smiled, shook my hand the whole time. We talked a little bit, talked to Rachel, drove him home, fixed his car, came right in. He didn't have to call and make an appointment because he's a regular. We had an open bay, everything worked out. So I do have customers who do appreciate us, but then I see a lot of customers who don't come in here and it's not a happy experience, and it's hard to make it a happy experience. And I don't know why. When you go to other places, in a restaurant and a diner, and you're throwing hundreds of dollars at everyone, or the stripper at the strip club, and you come here and you're like, I don't want a radiator, even though I know the radiator's leaking, or I want a patch on my exhaust, and then I know I need a whole exhaust system, and all that crap. It's just like, it starts off negative, and it doesn't have to be. Treat your mechanics the way you treat your favorite caffeine and yogurt and donut slinger, right? Thanks for watching.